got their hands on each other. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
What a left hand. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Just missed with that hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Edwards in that last round. Pretty Here we go for round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Shot lands. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. And it looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the straight left. Nice counter shot. They've got a big reach advantage here. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Todd, reach as well as speed, reach as well as power. What more can a fighter ask for?
Just missing with the uppercut. And he scores with the... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Edwards in that. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. Not a punch output. Thought there might be more action here. It's closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you say it's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges?
A perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Jab does not score. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Very close round with 10 seconds. Hold that thought! Sonny Edwards is certainly in some real trouble here. Total up Edwards in that last round. At this, there's the bell for round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice counter. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get any close.
Can't connect with that right hook. Only catching air with that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Total up Edwards in it. Back into the fray here in round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
Hard, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use fire with a brain.
Perfect counter lands. A lot of effort being exerted here. An uppercut does not score. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Edwards. Raise the bell to start round 6. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. Well done with that counter shot. How about that time counter shot? So close with that uppercut. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Catch and shoot. Ooh, that really hurt Sonny Edwards. And showtime, Sonny Edwards goes to the canvas. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
That's lights out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left? Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Edwards in it. There's the bell to start round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming up?
And Manny goes down. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something.
Got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
You up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Nice punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Talk about Edwards in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight. And there's the bell for round 8. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Sonny Edwards took that really. Sonny Edwards goes down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
Just wanna find and run away. Away from this place, away from mistakes. Broken promises made me to myself to pursue my happiness. I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day.
Raise your hand if you've got your Patty license. Well, then come on in. It's time to watch boxing at the Atlantis. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our Sugar Terrence.
This bout is...
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. And there's the bell for round 1. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Right jab. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
Crawford is dazed. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Picture perfect left hand. Catch and shoot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. On to the second round. Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you watch lightweight, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. Beautiful counter shot. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Straight right just misses. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's a counter shot. And he scores with the counter. anymore. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He can't score with that uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. There's the bell for round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He threw a punch and just got countered. These two fighters are... Hold that thought! Crawford in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Perfect counter lands. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest.
Time for the 5th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. They exchange punches. That uppercut just missed. Punch, counter punch. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They miss with the jab. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. That uppercut misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Good counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. As bad as... This is the beginning of round 6. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter. Both men step back for just a moment. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice job slipping that left uppercut. Well done with that counter shot. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is a very... There's the bell to start round 7. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. A perfect counter shot. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this one. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's see that again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They say no. There's the bell to start round 8. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
How about that time counter shot? They both want a highlight reel knockout. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
What we're going to do, Tony, is anticipation.
Wow, let's take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.